Okay, so let's dive in. Today, we're really focusing on one specific perfume that's been making huge waves online. Super viral, super affordable.
Right, we're talking about Pink Blush by Shams El Emarat Khususi. You've probably seen it, maybe heard the buzz. People promising just like pure fluff sweetness.
Endless compliments, apparently. So, our mission today was to dig deep. We went through the forums, user reviews, even those intense Clone War threads.
Yeah, we wanted to figure out, is this thing legit or is it just, overhyped? We need to separate the marketing promise from what people are actually experiencing, including the risks.
Exactly. So, let's start with the promise, the ideal scenario. What's this dessert in a bottle supposed to smell like?
Well, the advertised profile is pretty appealing, actually. It kicks off with fruit, think raspberry, nectarine, maybe some apple, a bright opening.
Okay, fruity.
And then it moves into this real dessert heart. We're talking marshmallow, strawberry, coconut. Some even mention orange blossom in there.
Sounds intense.
It is. And the base is meant to be soft cream, sugar, vanilla. The fragrance sites, they rate it really high on sweetness, obviously,
Makes sense.
but also on that lactonic quality, which for anyone unfamiliar is that kind of milky, creamy note. Super important for getting that real dessert whipped cream feel.
Gotcha. And that's where the hype really took off, right?
Oh.
Early on, people were raving.
Oh, yeah. Initially, people were claiming like 6, 8, sometimes even more hours of wear time. Good projection, too, like arm's length.
And the vibe.
The descriptions were all about strawberry cake with whipped cream, pure gourmand goodness. We even saw people saying it trumps much more expensive perfumes.
Wow, okay. That's a big claim for something so affordable.
It really is. And, well, that's kind of where the picture starts to get a bit more complicated, because that initial excitement, it didn't last for everyone.
Ah, okay. So the caveats started rolling in. What were the main issues?
Performance inconsistencies were a big one,
Right.
and how it reacted to weather.
Right, so what were those inconsistencies exactly? Like, what did people actually say?
Well, it's interesting because several users reported that, while they loved it initially, maybe in cooler weather,
Yeah.
in heat or humidity, it just became cloying, like way too much, overly synthetic, losing all the nice nuances.
Sticky sweet. Not good.
Not good at all. And the performance, it just tanked for a lot of people in the heat,
Yeah.
dropping down to maybe 4 or 5 hours, sometimes less.
Only 4 or 5. That's a huge drop from the initial hype of 8+ hours.
Exactly. Very inconsistent. But honestly, even those performance issues kind of pale in comparison to the biggest headache people reported.
Which was, don't tell me.
Fakes. A full-blown counterfeit crisis.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, the number of people saying they received fakes or just really poor quality control versions was, frankly, astonishing.
What did the fakes smell like? Anything.
Often just a cheap, powdery rose scent. Or sometimes literally nothing at all, just alcohol. So it's not just a slightly off batch. It's a real integrity problem somewhere in the supply chain.
Were there clues? Things people could look out for to spot a fake? Physical signs?
Definitely. And they were pretty consistent in the reports. Things like scuffed packaging, boxes that felt cheap. The atomizer, the spray nozzle was often poorly built, sometimes leaky.
Okay, so visible quality issues.
Right. And also warnings about the sellers themselves. Lots of comments about websites having low scam scores or just looking, sketchy. It means you have to be super careful where you buy it from.
So putting it all together, where does Pink Blush actually sit in the fragrance world?
It's firmly in dupe territory, no question. People often talk about it as a sort of alternative, maybe a sibling scent to things like Yumbuja Marshmallow or Paris Corners Marshmallow Blush. It's playing in that affordable gourmand space.
Okay, so it's a known quantity in that niche.
Yeah. So the final verdict, if we had to give one, it's kind of nuanced. Pink Blush isn't really a scam in itself. The original scent exists and some people love it, but it's definitely in a risky, sweet perfume gray zone. Meaning, it probably works best if you see it as a fun, cheap option. Specifically, if you adore those super sweet, ultra gourmand scents. And crucially, you probably want to wear it in cooler weather. Or indoors, maybe, where the temperature isn't going to make it go weird.
Right. So the practical advice for you, the listener, if you're tempted by the price and the hype.
First, manage your expectations. Big time. Expect that performance might be all over the place. And second, maybe more importantly, be very aware of the high chance of getting a fake.
So treat it like buying any dupe, essentially.
Exactly. Look for those authenticity markers, holograms, proper packaging. Check it immediately when it arrives. And please only buy from a seller you trust or one with a really solid, easy return policy.
Because if that price looks too good to be true,
The risk of getting that powdery rose water or just nothing goes way, way up.
definitely makes sense. Which brings us to a final thought, really. If the low price is the main attraction for scents like these, how do you weigh that? How do you decide if the potential reward, finding a cheap hidden gem, is actually worth the hassle? The hassle of hunting for authentic versions, dealing with dodgy sellers, and managing scents that might only perform well half the time.
Yeah, that's the real question when navigating this whole world of affordable dupes and viral hits, isn't it? Something to think about.